Okay, whoops, this way. Who is looking after your pig? Who's looking after your pig? You remember when we had, the little ones, we showed them how to put the money in the box, yes? And try to teach them and say, hey, put the money in the box so you can accumulate a bit of money and then do some big things with it. We're trying to teach our kids this. But then we grow up and we forget about it. We don't do it. So my average client shows up in my office. Let me just run these numbers by you so you get present. My average client shows up. They're 46 years of age, and these are the numbers. Average person in Australia. 46 years of age, the house is worth $600,000. They owe $200 on it, and they have $150,000 in super. They're 46, the house is worth $600, they owe $200 on it, and they have $150,000 in super. And they're telling me they want to retire at 55. Okay, exactly. You're going to run, and then I become the guy who's going to tell them, excuse me, you're going to run out of money. If you to retire at 55, you run out of money 80 years later. Please die. See, in third world countries, what they do is they have lots of kids, right? So you have a kid to go on Monday, you have another kid to visit on Tuesday, you got another kid to visit on Wednesday, you know what I'm saying? But in Australia, where the average family is 2 kids, so the average Australian got Monday and Tuesday covered. The rest of the week you go hungry. All right? See, if you walk out of my presentations thinking, you know what, from now on, I'm looking after my pig. I've done my job. You get it? That's what this conversation here is all about. Here's the first conversation. Do you work for money? If you work for money, put your hand up. Do you work for money? Do you know why most people in the Western world will put their hands up? Do you work for money? Because we had a conversation with our kids that goes like this. Get a good education, so, come on people. So you get a good job, you get a great job. And the conversation ends there. So get a good education, so you get a great job, yes? That's it, that's the beginning and the end. It will be a much better conversation. Get deeper in the hypnosis because you see, you're at the party where most people are telling you, I don't know how my super is doing. And I went and got an education, I got a job. That's what I did. Right. And then what? Then you're paying bills. Right. We're going to cover some of this. Because the thing is, it would be much better to come to the youngster and say, go and get a good education so you can get an awesome job. And the moment you get money coming in, get money to work for you. That's what you got to do. The moment you get your first dollar in, you take a percentage of that dollar, send it to the marketplace to bring you a return. Like a master speaks to a servant. Go into the market and bring me a return. But you know what? We just went and got a job. That's why people 46 in my office saying, hi, I need to invest. What they're actually saying is, I need to send my money into the marketplace so it will bring me a return. That's what they're saying. Right? But they've been deep in hypnosis, working, pain, we're going to look in more into it. But get this, if I get you to switch from working for money and money working for you, I've done my job. I've done my job as a communicator. So far, so good? Let's check this out. Let's just say that you said internally right now, you said, okay, cool, how do you do this? How do I get my money to work for me? Well, the secret of getting poor is to spend more than what you earn. That's it. Now, a lot of people say, that's no secret, man. I know a lot of people doing just fine doing that. They're getting poor really fast. I know them. Right? This here is almost a spiritual law. Do you know why I say it's a spiritual law? It's in the Bible, in the Torah, and the Quran. You find that. Really? Yep. Yeah, parts, you dig it, you talk it, you take it through. So what's going on? Well, humans have this thing about heart, mind, prosperity, position, spirituality. So the whole idea of having money work for you, you have to have the money in the first place to send it to the marketplace so it can work for you. If you're stuck in the middle of bills and you can't get out of it, you're in a treadmill, can't get out. So this whole conversation here about pay yourself first, take this as a notice. We are very cool when our youngest come out, just graduated from university, got a job, comes home and says, Mom, Dad, I bought a car. Really? Yeah. I just borrowed, $25,000 and I bought this car. Now, I understand that if he's a guy because he just wants to pick up the girls. Right? So the car is the tool to pick up the gas. Hey, baby, how's it going? You know? But the truth is, 5 years later, they paid $40,000 for that car, and that car's worth $15,000, $13,000. Are you with me? They start life in debt, sucked in to work for money now because I've got to pay for the car, right? So the whole idea then is this. We get the idea of putting some money into a car repayment. We get that, right? What I want you to do is to put your name in the highest possible category of bills you got to pay. Do you know many people that just move in, does not pay the rent or the mortgage, just move in and they say, this is my attitude, I'll move in and I'll wait until somebody kicks me out. Do you know anyone that operates like that? Most of us don't. We go in and we comply. We pay the rent, we pay the mortgage. Are you with me? In other words, there are bills that are non-negotiable. Yeah? Otherwise, they take your house away, they take your car away, they take your phone away. So what I would like to propose is you put your name on the highest possible bill. Come hell or high water, you pay yourself first. Make an agreement, even if you have to write it. I will pay myself this amount of money. You know, you go to your paymaster, you go to your accounts, and you set it off, and you put an amount of money to work for you. Then you will have what we call the petrol to start driving the engine. Are you with me? So let's just say that the average person did that and said, yep, I got it. The next problem you have is, what do I do with the money now that I'm putting away? Right? Then you're here trying to look for information. The truth is, you go to the marketplace. Guys, I'm taking you now to some serious conversations, and I've got to do this fast. You are now in the marketplace looking for some place to put your money. The truth is, the marketplace for investments, it's exactly the same as the marketplace for food. Could you imagine the butcher tell you, say, look, my cat's not very fresh, go and get some fish. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine go to the fisherman and you're about to buy some fish, and the guy says to you, excuse me, my fish is not that good, mate. Why don't you go and get some eggs? It would never happen, would it? So what you find when you go to the marketplace is the guy in property is going to tell you the only thing is property. The guy in shares is going to tell you the only thing is shares. The guy, you understand, you go and see the typical financial planner, he's going to put into you in managed funds, some shares, perhaps some insurance. Everybody's trying to sell you their fish. You get that? So when you go to the marketplace now, you got to get it, that is the case. Therefore, if I want to sell you my fish, you see the ads on television where the guy says, well, humans went and got meat, and that's why we developed our brain. Sure, he's not selling fish. You get what I'm saying? So if the guy's selling you something, he's going to put in front of you information that that's the best thing in this is sliced bread. You get that? What you need to get is a balanced diet needs a little bit of everything. Are you with me? So it is my job to put all of this together this afternoon and show you what I call a chain reaction and take care of all of this. So far, so good?